Hey YouTube, it's Tempest. Wow, that's kind of loud. Okay, that's better. So this is the second video in my series of how to compete with cross rides. This is my Megacolony deck. So my last update for this deck was kind of a pressure point deck. Um, we using weighted attacks off of stuff like Water Gang and Battler B and Master Fraud to force your opponent to guard certain things and to really control heavy deck. But with the new cross rides coming out, a lot of the stuff that deck was able to do could only work against 10 and 11k Vanguards. So I decided to retool the deck again. I took out a lot of the stuff that makes the deck, aggro, the Battler Bees and stuff, and the Water Gangs as well. So but basically this deck is again trying to compete with cross rides. So you're trying to with this deck you want to make sure everything hits for 18, 23, 18. So 18k rear guard columns, 23k vanguard columns. So my lineup completely reflects that. I'm just gonna get right into it. Starter is Battler C. Now with this kind of a deck, there's two ways you can run it. You can run the Girafa ride chain. In that case, your grade 1 lineup will be weaker, but your grade 2 lineup will be a lot stronger. But I don't have enough of the grade 2 Girafas, so I'm running Battler C instead. Triggers for Shrapnel Scorpion again, 4 Stand Trigger, the 2 Dragonfly, 2 Cicada, whatever. These are coming out for Shelter Beetles when the comic set comes out in March, because this deck needs more critical triggers. It does not like stands, unfortunately. The 4 Raider Mantis, and then of course 4 Lamprey. Now, a normal Megacolony deck probably will be able to run the stand triggers. My pressure point deck actually likes the stand triggers because of the stuff they do. But in this kind of a deck, since you're just trying to hit the columns and make consistent power over your opponent's cross rides, the stand triggers aren't really needed, and you really need the criticals more. Alright, so moving on to grade 3s, we'll start with the 4 Master Fraud. This guy is mainly in here because he's 13k on the Vanguard Circle, and he's boosted by Megacolony, he gains 3k. But additionally, if his attack hits a Vanguard, or actually, well, if his attack hits at all, you can Soul Blast 3 and draw 1 card, so that's always a good thing. His effect's pretty good. 3 Master Beetle, Limit Breaker of the deck. It's also an 11k rearguard, which is very good. I run him at 4 given the opportunity, but I only have 3, so I'm running one Lady Butterfly instead. She's just your standard 12k when she attacks a Vanguard, so both of these make consistent comms on the rearguard, plus you can use his Limit Break to bind all of your opponent's rearguards. Not bind all of them. I can say that because I just did a Logkeeper deck profile. But no, his Limit Break is you counterblast 3, and then you force 2 of your opponent's rearguards to they can't stand up during the next stand phase. So probably better off as a turn 3 or 4 ride, and then just finish with Master Fraud. But he's still very good, just an 11k rearguard if anything. Again, the Girafa deck will do 4 Fraud, 3 Beetle, and Tech 1, the grade 3 Girafa instead, because they still need Master Fraud as their Vanguard. So grade 2s for Bloody Hercules, 10k vanilla, you want him at all times out. And if you can't find him, then you want your 4 Tail Joes, because he's an 11k attacker if all your opponent's guys are at rest. So he's very important to the deck because him boosted by a 7 or 8k gets him to 18, so that's very important as a rearguard. And then 3 Toxic Trooper. Now, what the Girafa deck does, it'll run 4 Tail Joe, 3 Hercules, and then 4 of the grade 2 Girafa. Unfortunately, I'm not running the Girafa ride chain, so like I said, my grade 2 lineup's a lot weaker. Toxic Trooper, the only thing he has going for him is that if he's boosted by a grade 8k grade 1, he hits for 17 only. Yeah, 17. So against a 13k Vanguard, he's going to take 5k shield to block. But the only reason I like him in here is because well, actually, the only reason I like him as opposed to any other grade 2 is because of his ability prevents the opponent from intercepting when he attacks. So normally when the opponent can just intercept, lose one of their grade 2 rear guards to it. Instead, they have to drop a card from their hand. The other, like I said, of course, there's Girafa stuff if you're running that ride chain. The other alternative to him is 3 Marshall, what the heck is his name? Iron Fist Mutant, Roly Poly. He's just the standard 8k attacker, 10k interceptor. But I was going to use him because of the intercepting power. he has preventing the opponent from intercepting when he attacks. So he'll be tested. I'll probably test roly-poly as well to see if I need more offense or defense. But yes, this is my grade 2 lineup for now. And then finally for grade 1s, for Machining Mosquito, it's a 7k. When it's called to rear guard, you slow charge 1. Obviously, this helps you get your Master Fraud to go off. Using him once or twice a game, you can probably get your fraud off once or twice. Pretty good. 7k booster, so it helps your Tail Joe and your other grade 3 rear guards hit for the 18. For Phantom Black, you need this because it helps you hit 18 as well with Bloody Hercules. 2 Stealth Millipede, 10k Vanguard booster. When all the opponent's rear guards are at rest, he gains 4,000. So you need to put him behind Master Fraud to make him hit the 23, and then proxying the 4 perfect guards. So basically, your ideal field will look something like this. Oh wait, hold on, one more thing. If you're running Girafa, my suggestion is to take out the probably either 4 Phantom Blacks or like 2 Phantom Blacks, 1 Mosquito, and then another grade 2. So you can put in the 4 grade 1 Girafas. Though, like I said, the only reason the Girafa Ride Chain is good in this deck is because it lets you search the grade 2, and then the grade 2 is a very strong Vanguard turn 2. Because 10k attacker, and if your opponent has any rear guards when his attack hits, you can choose one of them and then prevent them from standing up. So yeah, that's the only reason to run the Ride Chain. Though the grade 3 graph is kind of underwhelming in my opinion. But yeah, let me set up the field so you can see. So basically, this is what it's going to look like. Anything at all will work. These 3 all swing for 11 each ideally, so you can put a Phantom Black or a Machining Mosquito behind them and they'll hit the 18k. Master Fraud's a 13k attacker, and you need Stealth Millipede behind him to make him hit the 21. For Bloody Hercules, he absolutely has to have Phantom Black behind him in order to hit for 18. So this is your ideal field, either one of these boosting one of these 3, and then this column, or any. You can have 2 of these columns too. I don't care. But like, yeah, this is how the numbers are going to line up, because 18, 18, 19, and then 23. So yeah, that's basically the whole point of the deck, is setting up these kind of columns while maintaining a little bit of pressure with this and this. So yeah, thank you for watching. Hope this was helpful for your Megacolony players and to anyone really. This is a very cheap deck to make. I'm one of the cheapest out there, and it's very consistent. So yeah, thanks for watching.